Today's August 30th. We are at day 49. I recorded one earlier once I got out of therapy, but the audio was just crap. So, record this one. I wrote down what I covered. So, therapy went good. Averaging about an hour and a half. Sometimes, depending on if no one's there, if I do a little extra work. Most of the exercises tell me to do like 3 sets of 10. I'll throw in like 3 sets of 15 if no one's there. Sometimes when I go in the morning, there's not a lot of people. Today, there was a lot of people when one in the afternoon. So I'd say by the time I left, it was a full house in there. So there's at least 10 people in there. So basically, everything in therapy today was there's a couple new things, but it's all single leg action. There's a few items that aren't, but it's just building quad. So it's single leg squats, single leg push with a weight machine, forward side, single leg sitting. You would think, hey, no problem, I could sit down. Well, try putting one leg up in the air, which is your good leg, and then using your repaired knee to sit down in a chair and then get up with that leg still up in the air. So, single leg step downs, single leg step ups, half moons on it's about a 2 inch, 2.5 inch foam. So you're at an unstable surface and then taking your repaired knee as your plant, and then you're taking your leg and doing a swinging motion off to the side. So um, there's quite a few other single leg things that I'm doing. Most of them I could do, like sitting down on the chair, that still poses some pain, and it all diminishes once I stop. But even afterwards, my knee's pretty sore, a little tender. You can feel that it's a good workout. There's a couple other items. A few of the step downs still do that. It happens when I'm doing stairs. So uh, on stairs the other day, that went well. Spent almost 2 hours there. Took my lady. She did stairs also. Every time I go, I'm increasing it by 5 times or so. So it's going great. It was nice to have her there that morning. So walking's getting close to normal. Don't have to think about it, and there's not a kind of a slight gimp in it, or I don't know if you want to call it that, but a normal walking stride is pretty much in play most of the times. But there's time even after therapy or a long morning workout. I kind of have some soreness, or I have to sit there and think about it. It's a weird process that happens, but sometimes you have to think about doing something after an injury or repair. But most of the time, I'm getting close to having that normalcy. I'm good. Um, Massaging my scar tissues has really helped out. Therapy even points that out. So I continue that. I'll sit there when I'm eating dinner, lunch, breakfast. I do it after I ride my bike on stationary in the morning. So I'm constantly working that scar tissue so it diminishes, and working that quad so I'm not getting sore. That's kind of a nice thing too. Haven't been sore for long periods of time. I think some of my diet's helping that some of the stuff I'm taking for inflammation, like the turmeric and such. So at home, averaging about 2 hours plus on my morning routine. Still about 3 miles a day. Some days it might be a little lighter. Heavy days walking, maybe about 6 miles. I've mentioned that before. So I've hit that mark a couple times now. Those days I'm going to do a workout. Maybe I'll just do, if I'm going to do a heavy day of walking, I might just do some mild stretching and incorporating a few things. So kind of playing around with a few things. For the most part, 5 days, I'm doing a full dynamic stretching and a full workout, and I'm averaging now 25 minutes on the bike. Everything's sets of 25, 4 sets. If there's something that's irritating, I'll taper off just slightly, and next day I try to hit it better. My off days, I'm trying to do every 7 to 10 days, do an off day. Even at that, it's not just sitting around. I'm walking. I'm doing some mild stretching. I'm doing something other than just sitting around. So I'm still counting at least some activity. At least I'm building those leg muscles back in there. I still have just about a month before returning to work, if not sooner, depending on what the doctor says at the first of the month coming up. So progressing good. Twice on physical therapy this week. I have another one Thursday. Hopefully I'm getting close to maybe a jog and some other stuff with some of the exercises that they threw at me today. We're getting real close to doing some more stuff that's gonna put some more pressure on that knee. I can feel it. Also, here at home, I use a gray band. These stretch bands you could buy online, or you get them from your therapist. But stretch bands are a big thing in workouts now. Adds a lot of resistance, and you don't really have to mess with the weights. If you're not gonna lift 200, 300 pounds normally, why have these weights around at home when you could just use your body and resistance? They work great. So in therapy, they incorporate a lot of them into workouts, and I have one that I could put around my ankle, lay on my stomach, and I could just hold and pull on it and create a resistance for when I'm bending my knee back. I could create that pull, and then I could release, and strengthening that way. I could also, when I'm sitting in a chair like I am now, I could just sit there and kind of get my ankle in there and just sit there and flex, and I could watch a whole show doing that. So there's things that I could do that normally I'm not really working out, but I'm always trying to sit there and strengthen. If I'm sitting on the ground, I'll just sit there and flex my quad, mess around with my kneecap, constantly doing stuff. So that also helps a lot of times with the mental stuff that happens and hits you. It can be mundane. This stuff is daily, and you're just like, I want this shit to end. I just want to go back to, like I said, a normal walk, a normal this, a normal that. Yeah, I'm active, but there's days where I sleep in, and I don't really get a lot of those. I'll take some here and there, but then I'm still doing stuff where if I was back to normal, I might just have a full day. I slept in, went to work, came home, didn't really do anything. Those days really don't happen now. Because I'm always worried that I need to do something. I need to keep going to keep that quad building. It's not looking like the other one, and I want to be back running. I want to be active, and sometimes getting that mindset isn't always easy. That I haven't had any down days in a while, but they do happen, as I mentioned. But things are going fairly well. Had a few little irritating moments. Some more bills have rolled in, and sitting there trying to converse with insurance and a doctor or a surgeon or stuff like that, seeing what I'm supposed to be paying, what I'm not supposed to be paying. Thought I already covered something because I prepaid on something. So some frustration there. Insurance is an interesting part of our crappy system that we have. I couldn't imagine someone trying to do what I've done 3 times, let alone once, with a poor insurance or no insurance.